Hello, beautiful. How are you? And how are you taking care of yourself today? I am Heidi Esther, Joyful Purpose Mentor, speaker, author, and mama, here to guide you from a life of just people pleasing and wondering when it's going to be your turn to a life of joy, love, and purpose on your own terms. How good does that sound, right? I mean, when I started out on my journey, I didn't even know what was missing. I just didn't know what I didn't know. And when I started to ask myself questions and when I got some very key support in my life, then I was able to kind of sit back and ask myself those questions. So, anyway, I would love to know how you are and how you are taking care of yourself today. Seriously, feel free to let me know in the replay, in the comments, all that good stuff. Today, I'm going to be talking, as promised, about meatballs. Yes. So, not meatballs like I'm a cook kind of meatballs. Oh, God, my hair. What happened to my hair? There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, this is what happens, middle age. I got a whole receding hairline thing going on. I thought it was like only a guy thing and it would only happen to like the men in my family, but I have a hardcore like receding hairline. So I don't know. It probably means I won't have any undercuts for the rest of my life, but it also means bangs. Bangs work out beautifully. If you don't know what to do, I say try bangs. So, anyway, meatballs. So, today I want to talk a little bit about something I learned when I was going through all of life's lessons that I share about in my book, For Crying Out Loud. The quote today is, "Oh, looks like burnt meatballs for dinner." Yeah, that was during a part of the book where I got a little, you could say, a little sidetracked from dinner, and I was trying to do this very intricate recipe, and I was distracted. So we had burnt meatballs, but we also had gravy. So the gravy was pretty delicious. Anyway, you can always kind of, use gravy. I feel like gravy solves many of cooking's problems if you have a good gravy. So anyway, let me take a sip of my nice tea here. All right. So I am going to talk about resilient mindset and a gift for you. Actually, it's like 3 gifts in one, I would say. Resilient mindset. People talk a lot about resilience and they talk about being mindful and they talk about mindfulness, and there's like all these words floating. There are 5 main components to mindset that I realized I didn't have, that I cultivated or started cultivating when I was going through the events of my book. I started cultivating patience, and I started cultivating courage and consistency. And there's a 4th one, which for some reason I can't remember. But the one I want to talk to you today is about compassion. Compassion to me kind of is like giving grace to yourself and accepting where you're at. So being able to say, yes, I burnt the meatballs. I accept that I burnt the meatballs. And I'm going to say that's okay for me at that time. It's okay that I burnt the meatballs. I can't, perfect is an illusion. I can try, and that's all I can do. So I'm going to give myself grace, and I'm going to accept that we have burnt meatballs. I mean, in retrospect, I guess I could have ordered pizzas or pulled out something from the freezer, but we ate the burnt meatballs. So included with my book is a gift for you, which is a piece of my upcoming course called Peeling Your Onion that talks about all these kind of fun ways to cultivate compassion. There's little exercises you can do in a journal. You can do them by yourself, or with a buddy or with another like trusted friend. At some point soon in April, you'll be able to do it in my class for Peeling Your Onion. So you have a whole class to help you. So with every book, every purchase of Peeling Your Onion is a little link in there that will get you a whole bundle of exercises to do around compassion. And there's also an exercise in there to cultivate self-love that is very fun, and it's a fill in the blank, and I'm not going to spoil it. And so that's like an extra. So it's like a 9-page It's a 9-page workbook plus an extra 6-page self-love workbook. But it's more of a fill in the blank, so it's like super fun. Anyway, included with that workbook is the meatball recipe. Yes, the meatball recipe I would have used in the book. And there's also a plant-based option in case you're more of a plant-based kind of person, and that's all good. So I hope that this inspires you a little bit to think about bringing more compassion to yourself in your life. And if you feel like you'd like a different perspective on how to cultivate compassion and a fun little workbook, then when you buy For Crying Out Loud, then you get that link to download that self-love bundle. All right. Well, that's it for me this week. I would absolutely love to know what you think about the self-love bundle and the compassion exercises. And if you decide to do that, then I would love to know what you think of the bundle. Hey, Stephanie, it is so good to see you. I hope that you're doing well. I am very excited that you are here this morning. How are you, and how are you taking care of yourself today? In case you're watching the replay on YouTube, my friend Stephanie has joined us via the Facebook feed. Yay! Oh, how am I taking care of myself today? I didn't even answer that question. Today, my tummy felt a little off, so I'm having some tea instead of my second cup of coffee. For some reason, I decided to put cinnamon in my coffee. I don't know why. Cinnamon sugar, because I had like this foamy milk stuff because I froth my milk. And it wasn't as good as when I put the cinnamon sugar on top of my cappuccinos or my hot chocolates. So I'm just having some nice calming peppermint tea for me. And my dogs are very quiet, so I'm very grateful for that. All right. Well, that is it for me this week. Stephanie, I wish you the best, and I hope to see you online maybe tomorrow or next week for the book launch party. Wishing you love, light, and laughter. Until next time, I'm Heidi Esther.